Hamilton Medical Center is keeping the people of our region moving. From non-surgical solutions for osteoarthritis and back and joint pain, to total knee, hip, and shoulder replacements and complex spinal surgeries, Hamilton's team of experts have the technology, education, and experience needed to bring relief and healing. And our Joint Moves Replacement Program is certified by the Joint Commission for meeting or exceeding national standards of care. We're here for you. Hamilton Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Hello everyone and welcome to Courtside with Tony Ingle alongside the head coach of the Dalton State Roadrunners. I'm Craig Corbin. Coach Ingle, good to see you.
Good to see you, Coach. I hope that ring don't get in your
It's blinded me. It's blinded me. How about looking spiffy as always?
Yeah, we're doing good. Good to see you.
Right in the thick of
Talk about spiffy.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
in
indeed.
memory
had to break out the
Dean Smith.
Yep, had to break out the Tar Heel tie, and I've had this tie for 10 years. Never wore it till tonight. And figured what better way to pay respects to a man that made a great impact on your chosen profession.
Yes, he did. He made an impact on so many people in basketball, and not only basketball, but life and leaders in general. Yep. And also, were you a Tar Heel?
Yeah, I'm an alumnus of UNC, and counted as a privilege to have been around the program, to have seen the impact that you talked about with his players. Had the privilege to interview him one time. Just before he retired. He would not broach the subject. Even with the former Tar Heel, he put the focus right back on the team, just as he always did. And that's something that I really admired about Coach Smith, was that he was constantly, as you do, looking to put the focus back on the team, regardless of how much success they had.
Well, he was definitely so much to so many people. When I was at Brigham Young University, we played them in the Diet Pepsi Challenge. And they had Eric Montrose, you know, they had good teams, George Lynch.
Indeed.
And but anyway, just a class act. And Bill Guthridge was his longtime assistant for years and years. And it was a pleasure getting to meet Coach Smith. And I appreciate you wearing that tie.
Indeed. We try to be sharp here on Courtside because the Roadrunners are sharp. And when we talk about climbing, they have climbed yet again into the top 10 of the national rankings. Of course, you're in the middle of a dogfight in the conference. The Southern States, hard to put any room between the top three teams. And then you look at the ability to get the Roadrunners back in the top 10. You and the staff doing some phenomenal work.
Well, we've been very blessed, very, very fortunate, and obviously only the innocent or ignorant think they did it by themselves. It definitely wasn't Tony Ingle. I think like John Wooden said, the head coach gets too much criticism and too much credit, but really the assistant coach, John Redman, tremendous coach, just a bright young man, great coach. Tony Jr. helps phenomenally, and anyway, I've just been very, very fortunate. And the players just love each other, Craig. They're great guys. Darius Green, Sean Tate, Anthony Hilliard, Preston Earl, Jordan, Bowling, and all of them. I mean, they just love each other. They work hard every day, and it's a pleasure. And to be top of the league, we really consider it an honor.
It's amazing to me how they're constantly looking for that next pass to make sure that if they've got an open shot, maybe someone else has got an even better.
Well, and to be, we always talk about good, better, and best, and obviously you want to take the best shot every time in according to situations and so forth. But even sometimes I've got to teach them, and especially Ladarius Green. I said, Ladarius, you're not selfish. You're one of the best players on the team. So I had to learn to use the word assertive.
Sure.
So I said, Ladarius, let's be assertive. And then, and offensively, I'd like to see him get some more scoring because we don't have a whole lot more room to improve on our team.
You talk about what he has meant to the squad, of course, leading the team, leading the conference, and at last look, leading the nation in rebounding. And you pair that with the ability to make those half-court, three-quarter-court outlet passes. That's the one thing that every week, Coach, when we go over the tape, and tonight we'll have a chance to look at game tape from Brewton-Parker, constantly seeing those pinpoint, accurate outlet passes.
Well, he's just phenomenal. 6'10", can see over people. He sees the floor. He knows the right speed, the right angles, and he's just a pleasure to watch play. And we get to see him every day.
We've got a lot to cover on this edition of Courtside with Tony Ingle. You made mention of your assistant coach, John Redman. A chance to visit with Coach Redman coming up later in the show. We thank you for joining us. We'll be back with much more. Stay with us. Back in just a moment.
I am
a nurse,
radiologic technologist,
a manager,
a lifesaver.
I'm a leader.
Going to make the world a better place.
Going to change the world.
Going to change the world.
Going to change the world.
Because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
During a heart attack, every second is important. Hamilton Medical Center has invested even more into advanced cardiovascular technology and medical expertise, with more outpatient and emergency cardiac capabilities than have ever been offered, all just minutes away from home. That is why more people follow their hearts to Hamilton Medical Center. We're here for you. Hamilton Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Your home. It's made of wood and nails, doors and windows. But it's more than that. Your home is you. It's who you are, where you're from. It's what you long for whenever you're away. And it's the only place in the world where you know one thing for certain. You're home.
To the highlights we go. The Roadrunners taking on the Barons of Brewton-Parker. Love that nickname.
Yeah, I love Barons.
It's pretty unusual. A nice start here, hitting the boards. Ladarius coming up with a loose ball, and a nice little transition there to get things rolling early.
Yeah, Anthony Hilliard sprinting down the floor.
Again, early on against Brewton-Parker. Nice three from the right wing.
Always good to see Preston get us started with a jump shot.
Indeed, the threes have rolled this season. And a beautiful effort from the left block.
There again, Anthony Hilliard. Here you go. Look at Ladarius. Look at him looking up the floor.
Constantly, as soon as he has his hands on the ball, looking for that outlet. And right here, he's looking for the three.
Got the roll. He got the roll.
The shooter's touch. Tate with the ball here again early in the first half. And again, unselfish play, looking for the better shot.
Ladarius is just phenomenal, a passer.
Another follow early on. 14 minutes to go. And, in fact, inside 13 to go. Very tight ball game here in the first half. Nice block.
Yeah, he can really get up. He's a heck of an athlete.
Yeah, and that's Mr. Bowling making his presence known, wide open all by himself inside.
That was a good pass. But I'll tell you what, Craig, I think a lot of that, Anthony and Preston played together in junior college, so they know each other pretty good.
Got a pretty good feel. Again, Ladarius was on fire from beyond the arc.
Isn't that beautiful?
Nicely done. Anytime that you've got a big guy that can shoot the ball well, it's a luxury. And defense is a nice luxury, too, and being able to convert.
Yeah, it was a nice steal and almost a Euro.
Oh, too much. Tate driving the lane.
Floater.
Look at the floater
there
from
we
12.
Go.
Just amazing. And again, tight ball game, down 2 at this point, final minutes.
Our defense, those steals and deals, and that nice little bank.
Bank was open. Bank was open indeed. Again, finding the open 3.
And that's Anthony. Passed it to Preston again.
At the break, though, down 5. On to the second half we go. And again, Mr. Green, you know what I mean.
Yes, hey, I know what you mean. Nice block. And here goes Tate. Look at him. He is so good in open floor. Sean to Jordan, Jordan to Ladarius for, man, I feel like a commentator for Preston Earl for 3.
Great ball movement that time. And then another transition here. Tate right down the middle of the floor. Whips the pass to the right. And again, a 3.
Greg, what he did, he made sure his feet was set before he gave him the ball, and the timing of that was impeccable, and that's why they forced that timeout.
That 3 put the Roadrunners up by 1. And again, the second half would be a little bit better than the first as far as getting some breathing room.
And look at Preston. Preston just got hot and just started making shot after shot.
That was a little alley-oop action there. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Again, hitting the boards. Great defense in the paint.
Look at that outlet.
All the way to mid-court. And a nice finish here, hitting the boards, Mr. Bowling.
And it's good to see him follow up for that rebound putback.
Little jump ahead to the 4:34 mark and a bit more breathing room for the Roadrunners here. Final minutes of the second half, and Tate doing what he does best, drawing contact in the lane.
Yeah, he's good at drawing contact. He's excellent at shooting foul shots, one of the best in the country.
It has been a standout. And a little icing on the cake here, Mr. Smith.
He learned that from Coach Redman.
Okay.
John Redman.
84-69, the final score. And a great night for 4 players in double figures, led by Preston Earl with 25, 16 from Anthony Hilliard, 14 apiece for Tate and Bowling, Ladarius Green with 16 rebounds. Collectively, the Roadrunners 44% from the floor, 41% from three-point range, and 73% at the foul line.
Your family depends on you to be healthy. That is why you depend on Hamilton. Hamilton Diagnostic Center's advanced imaging technology provides superior image quality with reduced radiation exposure. Each image is analyzed by Hamilton's on-site team of specialty radiologists in close correlation with our surgeons, allowing for same-day results. We're here for you. Hamilton Diagnostic Center. Your health is our mission.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am
A nurse.
Radiologic technologist.
a manager.
A lifesaver.
I'm a leader.
Going to make the world a better place.
Going to change the world.
Going to change the world.
Going to change the world.
Because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
And welcome back again to Courtside with Tony Ingle. Special guest, Assistant Coach John Redman. Coach, good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Indeed, it has been a while, and of course, a lot of excitement with the Roadrunner program. Year number 2 with the program. You guys have been busy. You guys picked up right where last year left off, winning a lot more than there are any games in the loss column. Has to be a lot of fun to see the momentum that the program has right now.
Yeah, you know, we've been super blessed, and it's been amazing how blessed we have been. We have great kids, and that's that's testament to Coach Ingle. He does a great job, and we have great kids.
No question about it. We see that every week. The highlights that we get and the opportunities that we've had to talk with a number of the guys on the team. Of course, this year the team in the SSAC and eligible for postseason opportunity. Perennial member now of the top 25, top 10, even in the national rankings. That also has to be enjoyable from a coach's standpoint.
Yeah, when I was at Spring Hill, we were in the SSAC, so I kind of have some familiarity with it, but never was at the top. So it kind of feels, good to be at a different level on it, I know for sure. But it's every day it's a journey. It's for sure. I've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed it, so I've enjoyed it for sure.
Now you talk about your playing days at Spring Hill. That sort of served as a springboard into your coaching career.
Yeah.
Take us back to your playing days and how that all transitioned.
Well, in high school, I realized, from a young age, I wanted to coach basketball. And in college, I didn't want to do high school or anything. I wanted to be in college. So I think the only way I can do that is play college basketball. So I signed a scholarship at Spring Hill College in Mobile, and then got hurt my freshman year and just kind of sat out, and then redshirting that year. And then my assistant lost his job that summer, and I said I don't know if I was going to stay there, what I was going to do, and I said, Coach, I'm not going to be able to stay here. It's too expensive. And he said, well, you keep your scholarship, you help me. So I did that for 3 years, and now I'm here.
That's awesome.
So it worked out for the best.
That is, sure. It's amazing how those situations tend to work out for the best. And obviously, you've had a tremendous impact on a number of people with your work as a coach. And I know that the opportunity to be alongside Coach Ingle is something that has even furthered that growth. Yeah,
I tell people when I found out Coach had a job open, I called him about 25 times. He only responded 3 times. Finally, he said, well, come up here on Thursday night then. So I came up here Thursday, and he called me at 4 a.m. and offered me the job.
And never a dull moment any day.
No, exactly. My office is 5 feet away from him. It's never a dull moment. That is for sure. We have a lot of laughs. He told me one thing. He said, Coach, you will laugh every day. I promise you that. And we do. We laugh every day.
That is great.
We really do.
We are beginning to hit toward the end of this regular season with just a couple of games left before time for conference tournament. And when we talk about the ability to put yourself into postseason consideration, that's a special time of the year. Tournament time is always very special, and I know that from a preparation standpoint, you and Tony Jr., the assistant coaches, put in a lot of hours that people don't understand that go into getting ready for every single game, and of course that's compressed when it comes time for the tournament. Yeah. Talk about that and how it's going to be interesting here for the next month or so.
Well, it's great having Coach Ingle Jr. He helps us so much, and he does so much. He takes so much off my plate and frees me up to do so much more. And that's been a blessing. It has been a huge blessing. And I'm trying to now be able to focus on stuff that I want to get better at. And,
sure.
And it's kind of turned into something good.
That's great.
And we have kind of rolling so we're just trying to keep it rolling.
A lot of chemistry, and of course, one of the things when we talk about your timeline here at Dalton State that folks have been extremely interested in knowing how you're doing is the big situation that you have dealt with on a personal level, and that's something that I know you've had a chance to share with a number of groups over time. Give us an overview of how you are in that regard.
Well, I take it day by day. I wake up in the morning and have a cup of coffee and try to make it the best day as possible. It happened. I'm never going to take it back. It happened. It's never going to be a good thing, but it's getting better, and that's the only thing I can ask for. It's getting better, and I try to work hard every day, so I don't have to go home. When I leave home in the morning, I try not to go back. Yep. It just kind of keeps me away. But me and Brittany love each other so much, and she was such a good person, and we were happy. So I need to be happy. I don't need to be not happy.
Exactly.
And that's my kind of whole thing. I want to keep being happy.
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you, so many people have responded to that story and the tremendous emotion that resulted from that. But so much love has been outpoured. I know that you feel that from the Dalton State family here every time that you come on campus.
It's amazing. Dalton State, Dalton's kind of a small town, and where I'm from is Mobile's kind of a small town. Those two towns literally came together, and it's been unbelievable what people are doing. I even realized I touched many people in their lives, but everybody comes apart and says nice things, and it's like, wow, I knew that person. Yeah. So it's been great. I guess in a way it's been great, but it's in a bad way to be great.
Yep.
But it's been good.
Well, and from that standpoint, it is positive that you've been able to positively impact so many people as a result of what was a traumatic situation for you and your family and the family of Brittany to go through. But it has been, I know, something that you have grown from and that you've been able to help so many people in the speeches that you've given and the interviews that you've given and being able to personalize a story for people to grasp and be able to grow from themselves.
Yeah, you know, I really hope when I tell my story, I just want to help one person. If I help one person, that I truly believe I did some good. You know, I'm sure not everybody's going to listen to me here and there, but if I can tell my story and it helps one person, then it was a success. So I try to do that every day when I get a chance, and I still wear my wedding ring. I still got Brittany's rings on. And I don't wear them out anymore. I wear them down close to my heart, but you know, just it gives me something to talk about. You know, it's a talking point, and she's changed my life. You know, it's for the good. It's not just for the bad. She's changed my life.
And that's something that you'll never lose. That no one can ever take away from you.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
So from that standpoint, it's a positive that you had her in your life for the length of time that you did.
I'm so blessed. You know, and I was very lucky. You know, we lived together for 2 years, and that was because her dad kind of recommended doing it.
Sure.
And so basically, that was our married time.
Right.
You know, we were up here in Dalton. We didn't know anybody. I mean, we were 8 hours from home, and we hadn't really had any friends or family.
Sure.
You know, so we were just kind of together all the time. So it was great. It really was. She went on road trips with us all the time, and that's probably one of the hardest things for me. I go on the road now, and you know, we go to away games. Something I get the whole seat by myself. I really don't like it. You know, even though I get the whole seat myself, I really don't like it.
Sure.
But it's getting hard. It's getting better. I know for sure. You know, every game I still looking where she used to sit, and I realize, well, she's not there anymore. But it's getting better.
Well, and we are glad that you will always have her in your heart, and we certainly appreciate you and what you have done for this program, what you continue to do, and so happy to have you in the Dalton State family.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
Thank you so
Assistant
much.
Coach John Redman here on Courtside with Tony Ingle. Stay with us. Back in just a moment.
Your home. It's made of wood and nails, doors and windows. But it's more than that. Your home is you. It's who you are, where you're from. It's what you long for whenever you're away. And it's the only place in the world where you know one thing for certain. You're home.
The health of our region depends on the health of its people. That is why Hamilton is here. We're opening more physician practices and urgent care centers near you, offering medical care that fits your schedule. We're giving you new ways to search for doctors and health information from wherever you are. And we're proud to be named the #1 mid-size hospital in Georgia by Georgia Trend Magazine. We're here for you. Hamilton Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
I am
a nurse,
radiologic technologist,
a manager,
a lifesaver.
I'm a leader,
going to make the world a better place,
going to change the world,
going to change the world,
going to change the world.
because of Dalton State.
because of Dalton State.
because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
And back we are to wrap up things on this edition of Courtside with Tony Ingle. It's been a great show, Coach. A chance to visit with Coach Redman. What a story with Coach Redman. What he has gone through like a champion and contributing day in and day out to the Roadrunner success.
Well, he's he's an inspiration every day. Just being around him and how hard he works, the love he has for Brittany. I got to see it firsthand. And you know, and you could just tell the way he looked at her,
Yep.
and the way she looked at him. It was a special love, and for him sharing that today means a lot. You know, it's a lot of people.
Indeed.
A lot of people worry about him, but they don't need to worry. He's a fighter. He works hard. He's got a bright future, and he's got a special angel looking over him the rest of his life.
Without question. Without question. We talk about hitting the home stretch of the regular season. 3 games left. A big rematch with Bethel coming up. This a road game up in McKenzie, Tennessee. And you look at what they've been able to accomplish this season. Again, right in the thick of things in the conference.
Well, and this is these last 3 games is really going to determine the conference championship,
Right.
and I just feel very, very fortunate for our team, our community, our school, that we're in that position that if we can take care of business in those 3 games, maybe we'll be able to do something special.
And, you know, the seeding is always important come tournament time,
Yeah.
and a big week of basketball there. Again, you've got the Bethel game on the road, then 2 home games to wrap up the regular season before we even get into tournament play. You've got Coastal coming in, Coastal, Georgia, and then the regular season finale, senior day here at Mashburn Arena against Brewton-Parker.
Right, and those are all quality teams. Of course, Bethel, they beat us here by 1 possession. We were pretty fortunate at Coastal, Georgia, and also at Brewton-Parker. But they're all going to be battles, and every game we'll take very serious, and I'm sure the Roadrunners will be ready to play.
No doubt. Of course, as we wrap up this edition of the show, we wanted to put out this request for information or questions that our viewers might have. If you've got anything that you'd like to ask Coach Ingle about, there's a way that you can get that information to us. Email is probably the easiest, Tingle, Tingle, at daltonstate.edu. Love that email address.
That's right. If they contact me, I'll be glad to Google it and give them an answer.
I love it. Coach, as always, a pleasure.
Thank you.
We
Greg.
appreciate you, and I also appreciate the chance to have talked with Coach John Redman here today. Thanks for viewing. We'll see you next time right here on Courtside with Tony Ingle.